Oh my gosh, hello guys! So today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different. Today I'm going to tell you my favorite underrated manga series that I currently am reading. I have a lot that I read, and there's a few series that I feel are overlooked, so I would like to actually talk about them in this video. And I would like to bring more attention to these series, so I'm going to tell you 6 of my favorite underrated manga series that I am currently reading. So the first one is kind of older. It's a series that came out in 2006. It originally came out in like 2002 in Japan, and that is Eternal Sabbath by Fuyumi Soryo. This series is about a boy named Ryosuke Akiba who is an ES, and he is basically the psychic, or Eternal Sabbath, and he was genetically modified, or genetically created rather, to become this mind control psychic person. And he just basically goes into people's lives and puts himself in people's lives because he doesn't have a family or anything like that, and he wants to experience life. However, there's another psychic out there that is more malicious than he is, and he's using his powers for evil and killing people, and thus the main character and another girl have to find that person and stop him from doing bad things. And this is a really underappreciated manga series. I think it's really fantastic. Has some really good psychological thrills in it, and it's just a really good story. Honestly, one of the best stories I've read in manga. It's very unlike any series I've ever read, and I would highly recommend checking this out. I really, really like it so far. I will definitely be doing a full review on this series once I finish it, but for right now, I just want to recommend it to you because it is great. The next series I'm going to talk about is Black Rose Alice by Satona Mizushiro. This is actually a vampire series about a boy, or man rather, who once lived in the 1900s Vienna, early 1900s, and he is a vampire who had lost his previous lover, and then we flash forward 100 years in the future, and it's him finding his lost love again, and it's a really, really good series so far. It's very different. It's not your typical shoujo manga series. I really, really love this series a lot. It's very, very interesting and very, very different. It's totally not for everybody, but I really liked it. I like what I've read of it. I really, really like this series. The only thing I wish is that if it were a little bit longer. I wish there were more volumes of this series. I know that she is planning to do another one, hopefully soon. I know she said that in the last volume of this series, and I hope she does do more of this because I do really like it. So if you're looking for something different, I would highly recommend Black Rose Alice. It's a really interesting vampire manga that talks about some really dark, deep topics that I really, really liked, so I would highly recommend this one. The next one is one of my favorites that I'm going to talk about in this video, and that is Voiceover Seiyuu Academy by Maki Minami. This is about a girl named Hime Kino who is a young, aspiring seiyuu. She wants to become a voice actress, and she is going to this academy to learn to become a voice actress. The only problem is her voice is very coarse and grainy, and she's not good at being a female character in a show. Like, she wants to be a princess, but she sounds like a grandfather most of the time. And this is a really good shoujo comedy series that I really, really like. I think it's fantastic and way underrated. It is so, so, so good. So many wonderful, vivid characters that I really, really love in this series. I just absolutely adore it, and I highly recommend it to everybody. Honestly, everybody should read this. This is one of the greatest manga series I've personally read, especially in the shoujo demographic as well. I love this series, and I would highly, highly recommend it. It is wonderful! Next is a series that was coming out at the same time as Black Rose Alice, and that is Spell of Desire by Tomu Omi. This is a series about a woman named Karuko who is a witch, and she owns this medicine shop, and one day a man comes into her life who is there to protect her, and he tells her that she's a witch and that there are people out to get her that want to make her the queen of their witch clan that they are a part of. This is a josei title that I really, really liked. It was really, really fantastic. A very, very short series. That's my only complaint about it, really. I wish it were a little bit longer, but I really liked this. I really like the art style. It's very different, very unique, and I appreciate that for that reason. I really, really, really liked this story. It was really interesting, and if you like more mature Josei series, I would highly recommend this one. This one is a really great series. Next up, we have one of my absolute favorites that I am currently reading. It is so wonderful. It is Requiem of the Rose King by Aya Kano. This is a story about the War of the Roses, and this is a retelling of Henry VI and Richard III. Basically, in this story, Richard III is a deformed young man who is very different and very sexually ambiguous. His parents, or his mother rather, hates him and wants to kill him. However, his father loves him, and that's his only love in life is his father, the only love he's ever felt for anybody. And it is a really, really interesting, dark take on this story. I really, really like it a lot. It is one of the most underrated mangas ever written, in my opinion, and I would highly recommend this one as well. It has some really good dramatical twists and turns that I really, really like. Yeah, this is a really interesting drama series that I would highly recommend to you. It's really underrated, and I really, really love it too. It's just so wonderful. So please, please, please read this series. It's so great. And then the final manga I want to talk about in this video is Happiness by Shizuo Oshimi. This is about a young boy named Makoto Okazaki who is in his first year of high school, and he's learning about how to be a teenager and dealing with a lot of things in his personal life with bullies and school life. But one day he encounters this young girl at night and is attacked by her and is basically turned into a vampire. So now, on top of the struggles of high school life, he has to worry about having a thirst for blood, and it's a really, really great, intriguing series. One of my absolute favorites, new series that's come out. I really, really liked this. This is from the creator of Flowers of Evil, which I also really liked. I think that's a really highly underrated anime series as well. I have not read the manga of that one, though. I really like the things that Oshimi makes you think about in the manga and make you question and ponder over. It's a really, really interesting kind of dynamic between the vampire's, like, darkness and horrific aspect of the story coupled with the dramatic aspect of teenage life. I really, really like it. It's really dark and really gritty, and I would highly recommend it. It's really, really fantastic, and the artwork is just really, really great as well. I honestly have no complaints about this series so far, and I really, really want the next volume. It is really, really great. So there you have it, guys. These are the 6 underrated mangas that I would recommend to you if you are looking for something a little different, and I believe these are very underappreciated, and I would really like for you guys to check them out, because they're awesome. And please let me know in the comments below what are some of your favorite underrated manga series. I would love to hear from you, and I'm always looking for good suggestions for new mangas to read, so please let me know down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and please, for the love of all that is gay, stay sexy! He ends up finding Bye, cat! This is a retelling of the War of the Worlds. I did it again! This is about aliens, guys. Aliens and birds and death. That is what this series is about. Fucking hate this hat right now. Why do I have to wear hats in videos? It always covers my eyes, and I fucking hate it. But there's some really interesting, intriguing stories in this series.